get type, toasting equals get hash code, get type, toasting. These are the four methods what you will be having up in each and every class. Is it clear? Okay. So by default, all are available. So every class will contain these four methods for sure. What the next point? Fifth rule. What is the fifth rule? Types of inheritance is not the fifth rule here. Fifth rule is different. I said you types of inheritance and afterwards I said you fifth rule. In the modern object-oriented programming languages like Java, Python and .NET, multiple and hybrid inheritances are not supported through classes. They are not supported through classes. What to support? Single, multi-level, hierarchical. Types of inheritance is not the first fifth rule. Types of inheritance is what I explained you to make you understand the fifth rule. Are you clear? So I repeat again. The modern object-oriented programming languages like Java, Python and .NET doesn't provide the support for multiple and hybrid inheritances through classes. What they support is only single, multi-level and hierarchical inheritances, because multiple inheritances suffers from an ambiguity problem. I shown you a picture to understand what is an ambiguity problem. Okay, finally the last one. What is the sixth one? Neelam, you're telling parent class parameterized initialized using base. You're telling a solution. What is the rule? Tell me. If the parent class constructor is parameterized, if the parent class constructor is, then it is mandatory for the child class to explicitly call the constructor. That is the rule. If the, repeat, parent class constructor is parameterized, then it is mandatory for the child class to explicitly invoke it, explicitly call it using base keyword. If it is default, implicit calling will work. If it is default, implicit calling, already we saw that in the first rule only, default implicit calling. The problem is only when it is a parameterized, then implicit calling will not work. What you require is for a explicit calling. Okay, now you watched the video of the implementation, understood the concept. What is it telling you? What is the main idea? What is the main goal of inheritance? What is the main goal of inheritance? Reusability. Correct. Still, eliminate duplication. That is what the main concept you saw there. Eliminate redundancy. The main concept of inheritance is to eliminate redundancy. We eliminated redundancy. What we done? We just taken a set of entities first. Identified the attributes of every entity. Then what we done? We picked up the common attributes. We picked up the common. Did you check your notes? It was present in your notes. The print, the whatever I shown, everything is in the notes. Yeah, these are all the 6 rules what I explained you. You have the first picture, everything I shown you already in the notes, guys. Whatever is shown you is available for you in the printout also. And finally, after all these things, here we have. How do we use inheritance? First, what did you do? Identified all the entities and attributes. Then what we done? We identified the common. We identified the common attributes between that. Okay, in this process, we divided this into different classes now. What is common for all the 3 classes? I defined a class now. I made it as a parent class for student. So now student has 4 attributes, 4 inherited total. So student has all the 8 attributes now. Now coming to staff and teaching staff, we identified again two common attributes again. What are the two? Designation and salary. So that's what we do again. We define a class called staff with two. So staff has 6 attributes now. What are the 6? 4 plus these two, 6. Then we define a class called teaching with qualification and subject, a class called non-teaching with a name and manager. Say, a class that inheriting from a staff is also staff only. Array, a class inheriting from staff is also staff. See, when you are just born to your parents, you automatically inherit their surname. Yeah, you also belongs to same family now. Yes or not? So if I define a class inheriting from staff, what is the meaning? This is also staff only. Teaching staff, non-teaching staff, and student inheriting from person, staff inheriting from person. All are person only, na? The common. Everyone is a person. Under that, student, staff. Under staff again, teaching staff, non-teaching staff. So the main point we need to understand here is we don't find redundancy or duplication anywhere in the code. Are you clear? The main goal is elimination of redundancy. We won't find redundancy or duplication anywhere in the code. The main concept is going to be elimination of the redundancy. And then we started defining all the classes now. First class, person. All the attributes. Again, student, inheriting from person. Attributes for the student. Next, staff, inheriting from person. 2 attributes. Next, teaching. Next, non-teaching. See, some places I used public and some places I did not use public. When I used public, when it is a parent, I'm using public. When it is a parent, I'm using public so that they'll come to child. When that is the ultimate last class, no need of using public there because that is available to that class automatically. Are you clear? See, all parent classes here. What are the parent classes here? Person and staff. In these two, I used public. If I don't use public, they are not inherited to the child classes. Because the default scope is private already, we know that. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, so this is how you just required to implement inheritance into your application. The main concept or the main goal is elimination of redundancy. Your main concept of the goal is to eliminate the redundancy in all ways, in all levels. So that is how the inheritance can be used up in your applications. Okay now? Fine. Next. The next thing in our pipeline is going to be polymorphism. The next concept is polymorphism. So what is this polymorphism? Polymorphism, as I already said you about this one, it's an approach of behaving in different ways depending upon the input received. I already said you in the introduction classes to you. I taken the example of a college and examinations and results. Okay, we just been analyzed on that day. What is that? How our behavior changes based on the inputs received. If you receive the input like the topper of the college, how do you feel? And if you receive the input like your backlogs in the exams, how do you feel? So that is what we call as polymorphism. Means behaving in different ways depending upon the input received is called as polymorphism. Is the point clear, all of you? And guys, polymorphism can be implemented by using 3 approaches here. Okay, just a second. Polymorphism. Behaving in different ways depending upon the input received is known as polymorphism. That is, in simple words, that is, when the input changes, then the output or you change the input, output changes. Okay now? Now we can implement polymorphism in our applications in three different ways. We can implement polymorphism in our applications in three different ways. What are the three different ways? One, overloading. Two, overriding. Three, hiding or shadowing. So we can implement polymorphism in our applications in three different ways, guys. What are the three? Overloading, overriding, hiding or shadowing. Are you clear? So all these particular three options what we have. What is the first thing? Overloading. I'll tell you each and everything in detail. Overloading. What is overloading? This is again divided into different categories. This is again divided into three different categories. First one, divided into different categories like method overloading, operator overloading, constructor overloading, indexer overloading, and deconstructor overloading. Are you clear? So what are the different options? Method overloading, operator overloading, constructor overloading, and index overloading and deconstructor overloading. We'll talk about each and everything. First, we'll start with method overloading. Okay. Method overloading. What is method overloading? Say, it is an approach of defining multiple methods in a class. With the same name. When I say this, you'll have a doubt. What is the doubt? Last class you said this is not possible, sir. You cannot have multiple methods in the class with the same name. Yes or not? So last day you said this is going to be not possible. You cannot have multiple methods in the class with the same name. That's what you said. But what I'm telling again, it's an approach of defining multiple methods in a class with the same name. Yesterday you said not possible, and today you're telling you can define multiple methods here. Okay? The point is with the same name by changing the signatures. What is that? Of the methods. By changing the signatures of the methods. Signatures in the sense, parameters of the methods. For example, watch it carefully. I'm writing a method public void show. In the same class, I'm writing another method public void show. Ambiguity, na? Yes or not? You can differentiate it by changing the signature of the method. That's how you can differentiate. Names are same only, but signatures are different now. If I call the show method without parameters, the first one will execute. If I call the show method by passing int as a parameter, second method will execute. Did you catch my point or not? Okay. Same way you observe public void show. I'm just going to write string s. Okay. This is also valid. Now look guys, carefully listen to me. Changing the signature means we can change the number of parameters to the method. Did you understand? We can change the number of parameters passed to the method. Watch it here. 0 parameters. 1 parameter. Are you clear? Next. We can change the type of parameters passed to the method. Did you understand that? types are changing. One is integer, one is string. I can change the number, I can change the type. Okay, next. We can change the order of parameter types to the method. Public void show int I comma string s. Is it valid or not? Yeah, valid. Comes under what? And in the 3 points, the last one comes under what? First one here. Number of parameters are changing. They're changing the number of parameters. Okay. Public void show string s comma int I. This is the last one. What is that? Order of parameter types to the method. The order of the parameter types to the method is changing now. The order of parameters is changing now. One is int and string, the other one is string and int. Is it clear? Same way, see guys, can I do this now? Public string show. Can I do this or not? Tell me. Invalid here. That's why I say you concentrate here. Also, what is it here? Then why you are counting return type now? I very clearly mentioned you that only. What is it? Parameters. Only parameters, not return types. Return type changes are not counted. What is counted? Only parameter changes, and that too, those 3 points are the main thing what you need to understand. Either the number of parameters should change, or otherwise type of parameters should change. Otherwise, order of parameters should change. If any of these 3 things changes, that is going to be an overloaded method. Is it clear? If any of the 3 things changes, that is going to be an overloaded method. And changing the return types is not at all counted here. Return type changes are not counted, guys. Is the point clear, all of you? So here we changed the return type. What is the return type? String. String is the return type, and that return type change is not going to be taken into consideration at all. So this is all about how you overload the methods. Are you clear? You are using overloaded methods from day one. Do you know that? You are using overloaded methods from day one. You did not define them, but you are using. Where, sir? Right line here. Right line is overloaded methods. You used the right line and printed string values now. You use the right line and printed integer values. You use the right line and printed double values, Boolean values. Then that is overloading only na. The right line method is defined with multiple overloads. It is defined with multiple overloads to you. Still not completed. Hold on, guys. It went off to auto update mode. If you see the right line is an overloaded method. For example, in your code, the right line methods are defined like this: public, static, void, right line. Did we use the right line method for printing line breaks? Array, did we use the right line method for printing line breaks? There is a right line method defined without any parameters in the class. There is a right line method defined without any parameters in the class that prints line breaks. Okay. Now, did we use the right line method for printing integer values or not? There is a right line method which takes an integer value as a parameter. These are predefined here. I am not asking you to write these methods. All these methods are already defined. Where? Console class. Okay, just a minute. These are predefined. Where? Public, static, class, console. Still to be clear. Namespace name is system. Under that, your class name is console. Under that, these are the methods what are available. Understood? Okay. What is the logic behind them is none of our business now. But just only giving an idea. Right, these are all overloaded methods which are there. You use the right line for printing doubles now? Yes or not? We use the right line for printing Boolean. We use the right line for printing string. We have overloaded right line methods like this. Are you clear? Long, u int, u long, u everything. For everything, the one method is available. For everything, one method is there. There are 18 overloaded write lines method. Not one or two. How many? 18 overloaded write line. Do you remember this? We used this write line also. Forgot already. Yeah? Once I explained also. Params keyword. When I explained about the params keyword, I explained you about this one. We used it. How did we use it? In the double quotes, index the parameters, placeholders 0, 1, 2, and afterwards you give the list of values. We use the write line that also. That is also one overload. So like this, there are 18 overloaded write line methods available in the class. Are you clearer or not? How many? 18 overloaded write line methods are available for you in the class. 18. And same way, there are equivalently, there are that many number of write methods also available, because we have write line, we have write. You know difference already. Write will print but will not come to next line. Write line will print and come to next line. We have same number of write methods also. Means if you go and see in the console class, you will find all the overloaded write line methods. Okay, let it update. We can see, I already explained you this one now. You can see the source code in the ZitHub. Let's go and see. How to see the code I said you? How to search I said? What do you remember, yeah? Eating, sleeping, that's all. Eh? What do you remember? Console class, source code in ZitHub. For any class, you can check for the source code, guys. Already I said you there are nearly some 4,000 lines or something. Also, we saw that. So if you go here and watch, just a minute. Copy option. Okay. You can see overloaded write method. See. Object. Ulong. Long. Uint. Int. Float. Decimal. Double. Which takes a character array. You can pass a character array here. Suppose your character array is 50 characters. In these 50 characters, I want to print from 10th character to 20th character. 10 to 20. What to pass? Starting index position. What is index position? 9. 9 means 10th character. Na? Then how many characters you want to print? 10 characters. So pass 9, 10. What it prints you? From 10th character to 20th character it prints to you. Okay. Next, write which takes a character array. Write which takes a char. Write which takes a bool. Write which takes a the params. Okay. Yeah, there are the various, the write method which just go for taking 4 arguments here. 1, 4, 0, 1, 4. You can pass a string and 4 arguments to it. Here 3 arguments. Here 2 arguments. Here 1 argument. Again, the same way you will have write line. Coming to write and write line will have one extra method compared with write. What is that? No parameters. You will not have a write without parameters. Why? We use the write line without parameters to print line breaks. Write will not print a line break. Na? So you will not have a write method without parameters. So write method is all parameterized only. No parameterized write method is not there. But when you come to write line, that extra method what you will find is a write line without parameters. Remaining all will be same. See right line, see all same only you'll find. String and 4 parameters, string and 3 parameters, string and 2 parameters, 1 parameter, string, object, ulong. Same thing only you saw now. The same thing only you saw now in that case also. But when extra method I said you here, what is the extra method you'll find is, if there are 18 right line, there will be 17 right. Are you clear? Okay. Now when you call it, what is the advantage, you know? So why to use overloading? Why can't I write each method with a different name? You can write, guys. But if you write each method with a different name, do you know what is the headache now? 18 right lines are there. 18 methods, 18 names. You're required to remember all the 18 names here. Are you ready? Are you ready to remember all the 18 names now? You want to print a decimal value. You're required to remember the right line method which takes a decimal as a parameter. You want to print a string value. You're required to remember the right line method which takes a string as a parameter. Are you getting me? But now how many methods are there? One only now. For everything the name is same only, right line. You pass integer, you pass string, you pass double. But how does it recognize, sir? That is the responsibility of the compiler. That is the responsibility of the compiler. When I say right line hello, you're passing a string now, it will jump to the right line method which takes string as a parameter and executes the logic in it. You said right line 100. It will jump to the right line method which takes integer as a parameter and executes the code now. You pass the right line with a string and a set of values. It jumps to the right line method which takes a string and params object array as a parameter and executes it. That all responsibility is not developers. Whose responsibility? Compiler. That the compiler's job, not developer job. So developer enjoys the moment now. Why? You understand? 17 right methods, 18 right line methods. If you have 35 names now, you need to remember all the 35 names. You'll run away from the subject first. Yes or not? You will run away from the subject. Who will remember all these names here? But see the beauty? You're only 2 names. One is right, one is right line. Simplified. Are you clearer or not? Okay, so that is the advantage of overloading. That's why in every class you will be having the overloaded methods basically, and these overload methods will be used up in different scenarios. So without using different names for each method, what is the best option? One name, different parameters. One name. If you remember the name enough, what about the parameters, sir? Anyhow, Studio will show you the parameter list. If you remember the name, Studio will show you IntelliSense in the Studio is showing the parameter list to you. When you open the brace, it will show you what to pass. From there, you can identify the things easily. Okay? That is the reason why object-oriented programming uses polymorphism to implement, will use overloading to implement polymorphism. What is polymorphism? I said you, when the input changes, output changes. Yes or not? When the input changes, the output changes to you. Now, see, understand now, method is same. Input to the method is changing now. Did you get my point or not? Method is same. What is the method? Right line. What is changing? Input to the method. You may pass integer value, you may pass a string value, you may pass a double value. The input to the method is changing. Okay? And one more thing I want to clarify you. Changing the input to a method means not value. Changing the input to a method means not value. Then the type of the parameters, order of the parameters, array, and the number of parameters. What will change? Type of the parameters, number of the parameters, order of the parameter, not value. For a value change, you don't require polymorphism. Your if condition is enough. If I pass 10, one value should come. If I pass 20, another value should come. If I pass 30, another output should come. Do you need polymorphism for that? If condition is enough. It is not about value. This doesn't talk about the value. Did you catch my point? This doesn't talk about the value. What does it talk about? The type, the number, the order. Understand the difference. You have, see, your total 1000 marks, you have to say, You attain 999 marks or you ascend 998 marks. That is only a difference in the marks, that's all, but you passed only. Yes or not? Because you got 998, are you failed? Huh? No. But the difference, understand. Passing and failing, there is a lot of difference now. Are you clear? Here value is changing. Huh? Is the value changing now? Value is not changing now. What is it? The completely, the type is only changing of now. What is the pass, fail? You passed and fail. The percentage what you attained. So here also, what I'm telling is, it is not about the values. Put that in the mind. Don't think like polymorphism is if I change a value, output will change. Not value. What should change? The type or the number or the order of the parameters should change for changing the behavior. Okay now? So this is what we call as polymorphism. Okay, it's taking a lot of time, guys. Okay, let's define a class here. Let's define a class. For example, let's just define a simple class. Yeah, look here. We defined 5 methods here now. I said you, this is invalid. This is invalid. Okay. So now, just to come here, I want to write a class. Class overload methods. Later I'll copy paste this as it is in the studio. Okay, overload methods. And I want to define these 5 methods now. I wanted to define the 5 methods right now. That's what my requirement is. Okay. First method, public void show. I'm writing a simple code. Console dot write line 1. That's all. Watch. I define 5 methods. Different parameters now. Okay. Now let's go to the main now. Let us go to the main. I'm writing the main method. Static void main. Static void main. And now what should I do? I need to create the instance of my class now. Creating the instance. Now I'll start calling it now. See guys, obj.show is how I'm calling the method. Now tell me which method gets executed. We have 5 methods now. Which method gets executed? Louder. First method. Okay. Which method gets executed? String class method. Huh? Third method. Huh? Means are you going to by heart the math? This is first method. This is second method. This is third method. The show method which takes a string as a parameter. That is the answer. Don't say first method, second method. What you say? It executes the show method which takes string as a parameter. Are you clear? That is how you should analyze. Otherwise, you have 20 methods now. Do you remember the sequence? Huh? You don't know now. Now, don't eat off the words. The show method which takes integer as a parameter. The show method which takes integer as a parameter. Okay. I'm passing 10, hello. The show method which takes integer and a string as a parameter. Is it clear, all of you? Now tell me, when I call this one, what is the output? What is the output? Means you're telling the show method which takes 1. Yeah, 1 is the output now. What is the output? 1. Because that is the code you have implemented here. Okay, now I am passing hello. What is the output? Sorry. What is the output? 3 is the output. Understood? When input changes, output changing or not? That only I said you. When the input changes, output is changing for you. So based on the input you give, you are getting a different types of output now. Are you clear? And I said you very clearly, changing the input means not the value. What am I changing? Either the number or the type or the order is what I'm changing. Understood all of you? Yes or not? And what did I say? Array, in this process, return types are not considered, I said no? Return types are not considered. Return types are not taken into count. Okay, what is it going to take into account? Only parameter types, but not the return types. Return types are not going to take into consideration at all. What it takes is only parameter types. I'll show you. Watch it. Look at this. I'm writing a method public string show return hello world. Now you see what is changing between the two methods? Come on, what is changing between the two methods? Return type is changing. What is changing? Return type is changing. Clear now? Now you come here. You are calling the show method. Can anyone answer this question? Which show method is executed? Already I said you know the show method which doesn't take any parameters. Correct? Huh? Tell me. But you have two show methods without taking parameters. Array, you have two show methods without taking any parameters in your class now. You define now. Watch. How many show methods are there without parameters? Two. You're calling it now. Which method executes? Array, brainless. Ambiguity, yeah. Why first method? Ambiguity. That's what I'm telling. Not possible means again you're telling first method. Why is it not possible? I'm telling you. Why is it not possible? It's not possible. Why not possible? You're calling show method. Which show method? Yeah, both are having the same parameters only now. That ambiguous call now. Return types are changing now, sir. Return type comes into picture after the method execution is completed. You don't know where to start at all first. When you don't know where to start, how will you talk about end of the method now? When will return type come into picture? Tell me. Starting of the method, end of the method? End of the method. When you don't know where to start, why will you talk about end of the method now? Let's not talk about end of the method now. Are you clearer or not? So what you require to think is only about the starting. And here, there's a clear ambiguity. So this is an ambiguous call. This is an ambiguous call. Why it is an ambiguous call? Because it is having two show method with the same parameter types. Signature, say, return type changes are not at all counted or not at all taken into consideration at all. What is important is only the parameters. Both are called, you'll write 10 methods, all the 10 will be called. See, simple here. In a classroom, there are two students with the same name. If I call, it's an ambiguous call now. Who responds? So, there are two persons with the same name. First one is thinking, not me, second one. Second one is thinking, not me, first one. No one responds there. Are you clear? If both of them respond, that's another confusion now. So, that is what we call as a ambiguity. Are you clearer? Understood now? So, but when you guys change the parameter types, ambiguity will never come. When you change the parameter types, ambiguity will never come. Ambiguity will come only when you change the return types, but not the parameter types. Parameter types will never cause you ambiguity. Only return types will causes you ambiguity. Okay. I'll put in the studio and show you. Just a minute. It's just still working and the 10% left out still. Okay. Meanwhile, just I'll show you also when I put that. When you write the two methods, there only it will show you an error. What error? When the compiler is compiling now, it will start reading from the first line. It will start reading from the first line. Here, it recognizes a method, public void show. Yes or not? Now it comes to here. Here, it reads public string show. Immediately throws an error here. telling you there is already a show method what I recognized with the same parameter types. So this is invalid. Understood my point? No need to wait for calling here. Definition is also error only. When you define only, the studio will show you error. Because already I said you, Visual Studio, you don't require to run or compile your program to see the errors. If any error is there, immediately a red line is coming up there automatically there. Yes or not? When you write this code, immediately this here it will show you a red line telling you already there is a show method without parameters. So this is invalid. You cannot define it anymore. If you still leave it like this and try to call, if you try to call, here you will get another error telling you there's an ambiguous call between show and show. Show without parameters and show without parameters. It's an ambiguous call, so I cannot execute the things. Okay, now we'll show you practically. Hold on. Okay. Meanwhile, just tomorrow you go to interview. Interviewer asked you a question. What is the question? What is meant by method overloading? What is method overloading? Simple question. What is method overloading? What do you answer? What do you answer? What is that? Tell, correct only. Defining method with? It's an approach of defining multiple methods, not a method, multiple methods with the same name. It's an approach of defining multiple methods with the same name by changing their parameters, changing their signatures, in a sense, parameters. Parameter change means what can change? 3 options I said you. Number of parameters, type of parameters, order of parameters. You can change the number of parameters, you can change the type of parameters, you can change the order of parameters. Any of these 3 things can change. Is that clear? But that is the definition or the answer what I given for you to understand. That is the description what I have given for you to understand. But this is not the way how you are required to answer in the interviews. This is not the way how you are required to answer in the interviews. If you are asked with the question, what is method overloading? What is method overloading? Okay, it's an approach of defining, listen, concentrate here. It's an approach of defining a method with multiple behaviors. It is an approach of defining, it's an approach of defining a method with multiple behaviors. It's going to be multiple behaviors. And those behaviors will vary based on the number, okay, the number, type, and order of the parameters to the method. The number, type, and order of parameters to the method. Now you'll have a doubt. Is it defining a method or defining multiple methods? Because I just said defining a method means singular. Yes or not? But initially what I said, it's an approach of defining multiple methods with the same name, changing the signatures. That's what I said here. But here what I'm telling you, it is the approach of defining a method with multiple behaviors. Statement is correct only. A method with multiple behaviors. Array, method name is same only, yaar. That's why I'm telling a method with multiple behaviors. And those behaviors will vary based on the number, type, and order. For example, look. String. It's a predefined class here. String is a class, object is a class. Int, float, all these are structures. Remember in the data types classes, I already explained for you. If you have any doubt, right click on the string class and say go to definition. I shown you that option already now. Right click on the console and say go to definition. Same way, right click on string and say go to definition. Right click on object and say go to definition. Or otherwise, search for the source code in the GitHub. If you search for the source code in the GitHub, you'll get the source code of the string class in Zeta, but that's a class. Put that in the mind. Okay, that is a class. Now I'm writing string str is equals to hello. String str is equals to hello. Are you clear? So what are you doing? You're creating the instance of a string. You're creating a instance of the string, but behind the screen here, we'll have a doubt. Sir, if you want to create an instance of a class, you said you're required to use a new keyword and all, but here you're again telling this instance, this is a string instance only. What happens, when you write the code like this, internally, the compiler treats like this. What, string str is equals to new string. That's a class instance, guys. It's a new string. And here, what is it going to take, a character array as a parameter. Overload, it's a parameterized constructor. What is that? Character array. That is going to be a character array. So what happens internally when you write like this, that is implicitly converted like this. And that flexibility is available only for string class, not for any other class. For every other class, you need to create an instance by using the new keyword, mandatory. Only string class gives you that option. What is that? Write it. And that's how it will be converted for you. But internally, that is also new keyword used there. Understood my point or not? But I don't require to type all the things. For me, string str is equals to hello, done, I'm done. That's it. Okay, now what is str? Instance of string class. It's an instance of the string class. And remember, guys, the string class has so many methods in it. Okay. I have a method called index of. Simple English, guys. What is the method? Index of. For example, I'm declaring a string like this. Now, how many characters are there in the string? What is the length of the string? Tell me. How many? 11. 11 is the length of the string. Now tell me, what is the index position of W? Index starts from 0, na? Then you're telling 7 then? What is that? 6. Index starts from 6. Index is always 1 less than the count. Okay? So the count is 7. Means index is 6. So now, how did you say that? When I ask you, how did you say that? You counted 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Now I'll give you a paragraph of 1000 characters here. And I'll ask you for a character count and tell now. Did you understand me? I have a paragraph of 1000 characters there. In that there is some character somewhere and ask you, will you start counting? Huh? To simplify, there is a method. What is the method? Index of. Pass the character. Simple English, you understood? Index of W. Index of W. What it returns you? The value 6. It's going to return you the value 6 now. Are you clearer or not? Okay. Now see. The return type of the method is integer. So what it returns? Integer back again. So 6 is an integer now. So now if I say str dot index of, anyone, try this index of A. Array. If index starts from 1, how do you say not existing? 0. If index starts from 1, how do you say not existing? Yeah, 0. But index starts from 0 only. So how do you say not existing now? -1. That's what I'm saying you. Return type is integer. It should return integer back again. Are you clear? If A is not there, it cannot return you not existing. It should return back as integer only. So how do you get? -1 indicates not existing. -1 indicates what? Not existing. If you get from 0 means existing. 0 or something. 0 and above existing. -1 not existing. Okay. Tell me now. Two are there. Return type is integer, one value only. Don't say 4, 7 like that. What will come? That's all. Confidently. 4 or 7 are. 4 is output. But you have one more row, sir. You have one more row. Search will start from 0. When it recognizes it, search will immediately stop there. It won't go further. Are you clear? Search is starting at 0. No. 1. No. 2. No. 3. No. 4. Yes. Search will stop there. It won't go further. Another row is there. That's not my business. You asked for row, I said you. Then how to get the index of the second row, sir? How to get the index of the second row? There is one more row. I want to get the index of the second row. This is the place overloading comes into picture. The starting position of this search. What is that? The starting position from where the search has to start. If you start from 0, search will stop at 4. But if you start from 5, seven. Suppose you have another row. Start the search from 8 now. Don't start from search. If you start from search, it will tell you 7 only. If you start from 7, what will tell you? 7. So start the search from 8th character. Then you will get the index position of the next row. Are you clear? Now you understand here. The method is same. What is the method? Index of. Behaviors are varying. What is the difference in the behavior? This method returns what? Right? This method returns what? Next occurrence of the character. Don't say second occurrence. Next occurrence. Why next occurrence? That can be second, third, 4 or something. Method is same only. But returning you a different. Means the behavior is varying or not now. Are you clear? That's what I understand. It is an approach of defining a method. One method only with multiple behaviors. Multiple behaviors. And those behaviors will vary based on the number, order, and the type. Okay. Just a minute. Look at this. Now, string S is equals to, I'm declaring a new string here. I'm declaring a new string now. A new string. Now, I am writing S dot index of and. Do you have and in the string? 1 or 2? 2 are there here. Here you have 1 and 2 are there. What this returns your first occurrence? First occurrence now. Now what you get is second occurrence. Same again. What to do? S dot index of and what you require to do? You require to specify the starting position for the search now. What is the starting position for the search? After this you should give, correct? Yes or not? How to give you know? Str dot index of and. Did you understand? Array, this will get you first occurrence, correct? Plus 1 means start next to it. Then you will get the next occurrence. Now see, these are also same like the previous one, but overloaded. Yeah, their characters and your strings. These are different overloads. These are different overloads. See here, what is it taking here? Character. Here, string. Here, character and int. Here, string and int. These are 4 different overloads now. Like there are 10 overloads for the method. There are 10 overloads for the method. Okay. So, done. Okay, guys, it's done. Launch. Oops, project. What did I say first? Console's right line method and right methods are overloaded now. A lot of time. Okay, observe it, guys. This is your console class, right? Right click on this and use the option go to definition. This option was already shown to you. Right click and select the option go to definition. Hold on here. Just it was reinstalled, updated. So it is updating the changes, taking time. Okay, you try that. You try that. It's taking time. Already shown you this option to you. Right click on the console class, say go to definition. When you say go to definition, it will show you, and there you can see. Or otherwise, from here also we can check. How to check, you know? When you try to call a method, yeah. When you try to call a method, all of you, watch. Showing you here the 18 overloads, and currently you are calling 11th method. The 11th method in the overload now. See, first one, no parameter, bool, char, character array, decimal, double, float, int, long, object, string, uint, ulong, string format and object. String format, params object array, character array starting and ending index, string, object, object. These are the 18 methods. Same way, go and check for the writer. You'll find 17 methods. Okay. Now, notice this also. What? String str is equals to hello world. Str dot. What is the method? Index of. Ten are there. I think they increased it. Earlier in the last version, 8 only are, but now we have 10. Okay, we have 10 methods. I said 10 or 8? 10 I said, okay then. Earlier it used to be 8, later on increased. Okay, I directly said 10 only. Say int, what it takes? Char value. Character, string comparison. What is that? You're searching for a character, yeah. When you're searching for a character, case sensitiveness checking. Condition checks are case sensitive. It checks with the matches with the same case. I want to check for O. O is in lowercase. I'm giving uppercase. Then the search fails now. Or O is in uppercase. I'm searching in lowercase. Search fails. The string comparison is to tell whether you want to ignore case or follow case. So there is an option called ignore case. If I say ignore case, you enter in uppercase or lowercase also, it will search for you. Are you clear? Next. String and start index. Next. String comparison. Next. What is this? What is this here? I want to search for a character. I want to search for a character in a string. But between 10th character to 20th character only. Not the whole string here. My string is 100 characters. But I want to search only for my character between 30 to 50. That's all. Starting from 30 to 50, whether I have a character, what I want or not. That's all. That's what. Start index, count. Next. Same only. That is character. This is string. Comparison. Value, start index, count. Array the same only are mix and match combination. The same three. What three? Int start index, int count. Third one, string comparison. The three only in a mix and match combinations they have defined for you. Are you clearer or not? Like this, you can have n number of methods that are available for you under your classes now. Okay, watch here. I'm defining a new class. Yeah, new class here. We'll name the class as overload methods. Overload methods. Now in this class, I want to write my methods. This is my first method. Fine, well and good. No issue with this. And this is my second method. I have an issue with this. When I write this method, see what happens. Already said you. Error. What is that? Already there is a method with the same parameter types now. You can't do this again now. Are you clear? So this is ambiguity. And see, still blindly if you define it. Still blindly if you define it now. And call. The call is ambiguous here. Both are same. Show and show. Ambiguous calling. Is it clearer? That's what I said here. You will be getting the error if you try to do that. If I change my names, no problem at all. See now, I'm copying these 4 methods. I'll remove this. This is invalid. Now I'll write these 4 methods. No ambiguity, no confusion, no problems anywhere. You can see. You don't have any red lines coming anywhere. You don't have any red lines coming anywhere. And now when you're going to call, see, just like predefined methods, it will show you for your methods also. IntelliSense here, guys, understand, IntelliSense, when you try to call, it won't show you 5 methods. It won't show you the 5 methods. What it shows you is only 1 method. Okay, but when you invoke it, then it will tell you, array, there are 5 methods in that. There are first one, no parameter, second one, int parameter, third one, string parameter, fourth one, intent string parameter, fifth one, string and int parameter. Okay, and you can observe there is no ambiguous calling anywhere. Just taking time here, just a minute. Yeah, audio outputs. There is no ambiguous call anywhere. It is clear. Can I call all the 5 methods? Yeah, you can call all 5 methods at a time. No props. Right now you're calling the same method all the 5 times. Right line which takes int as a parameter. Right line which takes string as a parameter. Right line which takes intent string as a parameter. And right line which takes string and int as a parameter. Are you clearer? So these are the 5 right line methods which are defined for you inside of the class, and that gets called for you. All the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the 5 methods. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or not? Okay, there is no ambiguity. There is no confusion at all. When we deal with the parameters. But when we deal with the return types, there will be a clear ambiguity between all the things. Okay, so whatever I just explained you, this is polymorphism. First I explained about overloading. And here What is method overloading? What is method overloading? Just now I answered you this question to you. What is that? It's an approach of defining a method with defining a method. One only. Okay, with multiple behaviors, which and those behaviors will vary based on the number, type, and order of parameters. For example, index of is an overloaded method under string class, which returns the index position of a character or string based on the input values of that method. Based on the input values of the method. Okay, you can observe here string str is equals to hello world. Returns what? Next occurrence. And same way, right line method of console class is also overloaded for printing any type of value that is passed as input to the method, like this. 18 overloads now. Right line, no parameter, right line, int, right line, bool, right line, double, right line, string, and params object array plus 12 more overloaded methods are available for your totally 18 overloads what we are using. Any doubts with method overloading? Understood the need of it? Remembering one name is easier, multiple names is easier. One name. That is why without having multiple names, we are just going to have one name for all the methods and we are going to call it by using that particular single name. That's called method overloading. Is it clear? Okay. So as I said you, we have different things here. What are those? Okay. And here under overloading again we have five types. We will learn everything, guys. We will learn everything. Step by step, we'll go with everything. Today I completed your method overloading. Okay. Let's stop here. We'll meet tomorrow.